what goes around comes around, because as David just said, they cut off Donald Trump in 2021. You want to play the game? Now you got to play it when you're on the other side of the field.
Is there a lot?
I love that he said that. I love that he said that. Listen, I love that he said that. This brother said, y'all played those games with Trump in 2021. Now y'all are on the other side of the needle. You got to continue to play those games. Don't start the game, and then when you lose power, you no longer want to play. Oh, we don't want to play. We want to take our ball and go home. Oh, hell nah.
When it comes to the Bidens, I mean, given the family's long history of influence peddling and dealings with shady people overseas, I think cutting them off from national security information is frankly a pretty good idea. That's number one. Number two, some of these people and their affiliates and the people they're associated with at the upper reaches of the Democratic Party have proven time and again that they are willing to abuse their adjacency to national security information for political purposes. We all remember the 51 intelligence people who signed the Hunter Biden laptop letter, for instance. And so I think what Donald Trump is doing is sending a strong message. No longer are people like this who float in and out of government going to be able to abuse their national security access for political purposes. And let me just tell you something. What goes around comes around, because as David just said, they cut off Donald Trump in 2021. You want to play the game? Now you got to play it when you're on the other side of the field.
Is there a lot?
I love that he said that. I love that he said that. Listen, I love that he said that. This brother said, y'all played those games with Trump in 2021. Now y'all are on the other side of the needle. You got to continue to play those games. Don't start the game, and then when you lose power, you no longer want to play. Oh, we don't want to play. We want to take our ball and go home. Oh, hell nah. Trump said, no, y'all started this game. Let's continue. I love it.
Logical end to the tit for political tat. Is this where it ends?
Look, it'll come to an end when Democrats who go in and out of government stop abusing their access to and adjacency to national security information for political purposes. I mean, there is no doubt that the top reaches of the Democratic Party have used their adjacency and access to this information. And then the fact that people know they have that access, they use that as credibility to then make political arguments against people they don't like, such as Donald Trump. They use that credibility to try to get the news media to report things that they say, such as the Hunter Biden laptop letter. There is a rational basis, Elliot, for doing this, and it's to put a stop to people using this kind of imprimatur for political reasons. So it'll come to an end when people stop abusing this kind of access. And one more issue, I just think far too many people in Washington have this kind of clearance anyway. And many people in both parties have acknowledged there's too many people with security clearances. Maybe this will start a conversation about ratcheting down the number of people who have access to this kind of information.
Now, I want y'all to notice something. She asked the question. She said, will there ever be a time when this political tit for tat will end? Woman, you didn't ask anybody that on the left, and you won't. When he mentioned that they were using mainstream media to put their agenda out there and help them play their dirty games that they were playing, she didn't budge. She didn't blink, because she's a part of that. She's a part of that ratchet ass machine that was against Trump, that was against the Trump administration, that wanted to see more status quo. They don't care about America being a great country. They just want to control the narrative. They want to control the way that these people think, the way that voters think, so that they can continue to pad their pockets. It's all about the dime at the end of the day, the dollar at the end of the day. They don't care about us, man. At all. Don't try to sit in front of me and act like you're a real damn journalist all of a sudden. You don't care. Thank you, Scott, for going on there and being extremely honest with these people, letting them know that, hey, it's not about tit for tat at all. These people have no place. Tell me one reason why Kamala Harris should have a security clearance. Can somebody inside of the chat, somebody in the chat, just tell me one reason why Kamala should have a security clearance. Tell me one reason why the Bidens should have a security clearance. Tell me one reason why they still won't apologize for the role that they played with the Hunter Biden laptop. All of them was complicit. It's your turn. Niggas and niggettes. Let's continue.
Ratcheting down the number of people who have access to this kind of information.
Let's talk about Norm Eisen and Mark Zaid, who are both attorneys, colleagues of ours as well. And they are among the attorneys that are on this list of those who have their access revoked. They have been prominent critics of the president.
They're more than just vocal critics. These are not people who just occasionally pop up and exercise their free speech rights. I mean, Norm is one of the most detestable people I've ever met in this business. And he is like one of the principal architects of the lawfare against Donald Trump. So if I were the president of the United States, you're damn right. I'm not going to let somebody run around with a national security clearance who is out there doing everything in his power to derail my presidency after I was duly elected, not once, but twice. So you know what?
Shout out to Letitia James for that. Somebody running around with their alleged power, using their power to derail every single decision I make as president. We have been helping people grow online. It has been absolutely amazing. We have helped many content creators get from zero to monetization in under 30 days. We even have a couple of these superstars who did it in 1 or 2 weeks. If you want to learn how to do YouTube, I don't care your age, I don't care what skills or talents you have. Trust me, I can help you do it effortlessly. Just reach out to me with the word coach and we can get it done. One more thing. We have a YouTube course that I just now created. I'm extremely proud of, and a lot of people are getting so much from. Purchase that course and work with us. You can join our private Facebook group and our daily group calls, which is 3 to 5 days per week. And you can learn so much more than you've ever learned before. I can't wait to hear from you. Love you. Peace. Using their power to help the current president in the last administration to maintain their job by taking down my political opponents, by trying to drain my accounts dry by the hundreds of millions. Bruh, let me tell you something. Revoking their clearances is light work compared to if I was the president. You out your daggone mind, the type of stuff that I would do. That's why the Lord won't bless me to be the president. I'm trying to tell you.
Elected, not once, but twice. So you know what? Long overdue, and I'm glad he did it.
Long overdue, and I'm glad he did it. Now let's see who's on the list. Who is on this list? Who is on this list? Let's check this out. Here's the list, gang. The list reads: rescinding security clearances and access to classified information from specified individuals. I have determined that it is no longer the national interest for the following individuals to access classified information. Here are the people: Anthony Blinken, Jacob Sullivan, Lisa Monaco, Mark Zaid, Norman Eisen, Letitia James, Alvin Bragg, Andrew Weissman, Hillary Clinton, Elizabeth Cheney, Kamala Harris, Adam Kinzinger, Fiona Hill, Alexander Vindman, Joseph R. Biden Jr., and any other member of Joseph R. Biden Jr.'s family. Therefore, I hereby direct every executive department and agency head to take all additional action as necessary and consistent with existing laws to revoke any active security clearances held by the aforementioned individuals and to immediately rescind their access to classified information. I also direct all executive departments and agency heads to revoke unescorted access to secure United States government facilities from these individuals. This action includes, but is not limited to, receipt of classified briefings, such as the president's daily brief, and access to classified information held by any member of the intelligence community by virtue of the named individual's previous tenure in the Congress. In the event that any of the named individuals received a secret security clearance by virtue of their employment with a private entity, the United States government entity that granted the security clearance should inform the private entity that these individuals' ability to access classified information has been revoked. Gone. Done, son. This memorandum is not intended to and does not create any right or benefit, substantive or procedural, enforceable at law or in equity by any party against the United States, its departments, agencies, or entities, its officers, employees, or agents, or any other person. There's no type of way to read that wrong. Y'all are not welcome anymore. Your clearances are done, son. Kick rocks in your socks. Put on some chapstick and kiss my black ass. That's pretty much what he's saying. I'm sorry. Put on some chapstick, some lip balm, and kiss my orange ass. Since you want to be disrespectful, you want to act like you don't like a brother. You want to act like I'm a racist and a fascist and I'm all these other things. Well, what? You ain't got to come into my buildings no more. I'm the president. I'm the executive. I say who can come on these grounds, and y'all can no longer come on the ground. How about that? Unless you're being escorted by somebody who has a security clearance at a certain level to take you to certain doors. Because right now, you're done. You hear what I'm saying? Here's the thing, guys, and I do know that I'm a little animated while reading this, but I think it's high time that these people they understand that they were more harmful than they were helpful. And moving forward, we're trying to correct the ship. We're trying to right the wrongs of this nation. We're trying to create the America that we can all appreciate, enjoy, and love. The one that we live in, the one that we strive toward being great at all times. We don't want them to try to derail us any further, because that's all they're going to do. That's all they want to do. And I'm glad that Donald Trump said, you know what? That President Trump said, no more. No more access for you. Or as the soup Nazi said on Seinfeld, no soup for you.